Hi, Mark here from the Tangent-Bound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangent-Bound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangent-Bound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangentBoundNetwork.com and see if Tangent-Bound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town. The sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurter. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 352.
Sexiest podcast on the network. That there's Brian.
Yep. The other guy's Tony.
Damn straight.
Just confusing people. Yeah. Like, wait, which one was which?
You know, the guy with the deep voice and the other guy with the deep voice.
Right. The guy with the glasses and beard is Brian.
Yeah, and the guy with the glasses and beard is Tony.
Exactly. Pretty simple. Easy to tell us apart.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. What a week.
What a week?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What you got, Brian?
No, it's nothing major. It's just like, you know, our weather's way nicer. You know, like going outside is awesome now. You know?
Not death.
Yeah. I was walking around in shorts and a t-shirt yesterday, you know? I mean,
right.
Most people probably wouldn't because it was like 54 degrees. But
I did.
Yeah. I'm like, screw this, man. Yeah. Once it's over 50, I'm usually like, you know. But yeah, it's been nice. I've actually, you know, gotten out of the house a few days because, you know, you feel like it more when it's not gloomy and snowy or cold or meh
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've pretty much, like, unless something really goes sideways,
yeah,
I've completely given up on pants.
That's the line of this episode.
Yep, exactly. Well, at least during the day. Like, I'm sure tomorrow I'm thinking today's Friday.
Nope.
Sure, Saturday evening I'll be wearing jeans, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will be,
I'm talking more like for work.
Right.
Like, in a work aspect, pants are out.
Right. I'll say this,
Banana hammocks are in.
Yeah, obviously. I was out last night with my brother, and I was wearing shorts, and when I started, it was about 58 degrees.
Right.
And by the time we stopped, it was like 48 degrees or something like that.
Make a difference.
Yeah, and I was like, like, I probably should have worn pants, but meh.
Nah, you just got to do some of that Wim Hof breathing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Iceman.
Yeah.
Just do some of that. Get your cold shock proteins up and all that jazz.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Yeah. You're going to carry a barrel of booze around your neck.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I was fine though, because, you know, I always run warm, so it's, you know, and basically all we were doing was getting out of the car, walking to a store, and because it was later in the, you know, like 9, 10 o'clock at night, most stores are dead, you know. We were in a Target that I swear we were the only people in there other than the employees. It felt seriously like walking through a store after close.
Wow, bizarro.
Yeah,
world.
you know how like when you first do it, it feels weird? Like once all the noise is finally gone, you know, like a family video, you turn all the TVs and shit off, and it's just like, wow, you know, it's like, you know, or when I worked at Best Buy, that was freaky as hell, man, when all of a sudden there was zero noise in that place.
Right.
You know, it's other than people like walking around or burping. So.
Wow. Sounds almost peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a good echo in the back of the store. So, you know, if you burp loud enough, you get a really good echo.
Sounds like it's coming out of the T-Rex chamber.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Or whatever.
It was kind of funny.
Like, did someone put a goat on a platform back there?
Yes. Well, actually, kind of, because the guy who usually was doing it usually would climb up one of those ladders. You know, that they used to get merch off a higher shelf. He would climb on one of those and burp. So it was kind of like, you know, a goat or a T-Rex because of the shape and or height of things.
So he was kind of like the Brontosaurus or whatever they're officially called now. Mm-hmm. In the beginning of the Flintstones.
Somewhat, yeah.
You know, he'd be like, "Rrr," and then, you know, Fred would slide down his back and,
yeah,
you know, go eat giant ribs and beat his wife or whatever he did.
Yeah. I think you got it right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, I saw an employee walk by at Target and I was like, are you guys closed? And she's like, oh no, you have 10 minutes. And I'm like, wow, you know, like nobody.
Like, you don't tell me what I have, bitch.
Yeah. It's like,
roundhouse kick.
Yeah. Like, good luck finding me. Just take
exactly.
off.
Sort of hide in the middle of those clothing racks.
Yep. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep. Posing next to the mannequins.
Right. Holding movies so I look like one of those standees.
Yes, definitely. Hilarious.
Yeah, that would be fun. I was gonna look at something else right around then, and I was like, let's just go. Cause, you know, I hate being at a store at close.
Being those people.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm like up in, you know, if it's something where it's like boom, boom, I'll do it once in a while. But even then I don't like, you know, even if it's like, you know exactly what you're getting and right to the, you know, checkout, I still am like,
Wait, I have an exception to your rule.
Food. No. Food's a terrible idea. Never get it at the last minute.
No. Here's where I'm going to have to say, I'm going to call you out on this one, Brian.
Okay.
We all celebrated many times the last table standing.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
They're fucking mopping around us.
I was meaning more, you're right though. I was meaning more like going into the store right at close. But yeah, you're right. Yep. Of
course, there may have been, you know, pints and other things involved on some of those nights.
Yeah. We were trying to, you know, sober up a little bit.
Yeah. Last table standing, though.
Sure. We were trying to sober up by going to Mutt's afterward.
Yeah, that did happen occasionally.
Right.
Those are always the worst things to hear somebody utter. Want to go to Mutt's for one more?
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Let's go. 2 pints later. No.
Yeah. 2 pints in like 3 hours.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
All the bright lights come on, the get the fuck out lights, you know?
Right. And you're next to a bush somewhere.
Exactly.
How the fuck did I get
for a police cruiser?
Yeah. Like, oh, shit. What are you doing over there? Having relations with this bush. What's it look like?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, getting balls deep into this bush. I can never find diced clay when I need them.
Yeah.
I need to, like, label it something better.
I think you've said that before.
I know I have.
Right. Okay. It was true then, too.
Oh, there it is.
Oh! Right on time. Right on time.
I wish I could, like, I'm gonna go through one of our walls here.
Yeah.
With my soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could color code shit.
Yeah.
Because everything's gray, and the font, I mean, my eyesight's fine, despite the fact I'm wearing spectacles. Mm-hmm. But the font is so itty-bitty that from where I sit, I have no idea what some of the buttons are. I just know them by, like, memory.
Well, put your readers on.
And there's a lot of buttons.
Right. Yeah.
God,
yeah. Maybe you should label them somehow then.
But it's on a touch screen. It's not like a physical.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's not like an actual, like, old school soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they were if I could go like, okay, all the Macho Mans are green or whatever, and if I could color code them, that'd make my life so much easier.
It would, yeah.
But this
not so much.
Egg program won't allow it, and I this is the old version on the Nook.
Right.
I put a newer version of this app on my Kindle Fire when I couldn't find my Nook charging stuff that my kids stole. Mm-hmm. And the newer version's even worse.
Wow.
Because like this, I can cram as many buttons on the screen as I want to.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
When I'd have to have pages to flip through. Yeah. I was like, what is this, a book?
I could see the concept of it if, like, you put Macho Man on one page, whatever on the next page. You know what I mean? To where you could flip through real quick and find the one you're looking for or something. But, yeah, it sounds like more hassle than I want.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't mind actually having a physical soundboard with buttons.
Right.
Because then I could play it like, I don't know, Elton John or some shit.
That's weird. All right. Yeah.
Billy Joel, fine.
That's more appropriate.
Liberace.
Nailed it. Because Elton John's not flamboyant enough.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Nice. Oh, man. Silly kids these days.
I know, right?
So while we were out yesterday, we were in a GameStop, and this woman comes in with a kid. And I don't know. I didn't catch the relation of the kid to her.
It's her boyfriend.
Probably. No. If so, that's weird. Or he's a little person.
So it's still weird.
Because he was pretty short. Yeah. Well, they go up to the counter and they're like, hey, he got this game. He doesn't want it, And the guy at the counter goes, do you have the receipt? She goes, sure, hands it to him. And he goes, you only have 7 days on used games to return them.
Right.
And apparently they were past that. And she's like, well, no one ever told me that. And I'm standing there with my brother, and I looked at my brother, and I'm like, it's on the back of the receipt.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't it on the receipt?
Yeah, and the guy working there first, does the customer service thing, which is, well, I'm really sorry, but that's the policy. Apologize and make the corporation the bad guy,
Yeah, super sorry, but go fuck yourself.
Right. And he's like, I can take it in on trade, and he's like, I can give you like $13. And she's like, $13 on a $34 game? And I'm standing there going, man, that's a lot. Because most of the time it's like $4.
Yeah, GameStop math? Are you kidding me?
Right? If it was a $60 game, I could see it.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, I didn't even see what game it was. I should have, because I'm kind of curious now. But she, walks away with the kid, and I hear her tell the kid, this is why I hate this fucking place. She's like, everybody here's just got this fucking attitude. And I'm like, you really have the attitude in here. Like,
wait, how old's her boyfriend?
The kid, you mean?
Oh, yeah, right.
Right. I don't know, maybe 10.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess old enough to know those words exist.
Yeah.
But I mean, still.
Yeah. But like I said, it was like her attitude was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Of the two, she was, it's like, look, man, he works there. He has to uphold policies, essentially, or it could cost him his job. Maybe, maybe not, like, at the video stores, we were allowed to, waive late fees and whatnot, but, there's a limit, if you're all of a sudden waiving all the late fees, you're going to get a talking to.
Yeah.
She walks back up to the counter and she goes, seriously, $13 on a $34 game? And he's like, that's what I can give you. And he's like, ma'am, the return policy's on the back of the receipt. And she's like, well, no one pointed it out to me. And I'm standing there, and in my head, I'm going, that's a you problem, not a them problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Just like if you go on a website and you start using it, you've agreed to their terms. If you didn't read them, that isn't their fault. They have to make them, they make them available for you to sift through if you feel like it. And, I was just standing there, I'm just shaking my head. And, the guy held firm though. He was like, I'm sorry, I can't, and he's like, I'm really sorry that, you didn't know that. But, and, part of me was going like, cause I think they were only like a day after, it's like if it was 2 weeks or something later, I could see being a little more like, no, but one day, but then again, the video games now you can beat in 20-ish hours. So,
well, and a part of it might have been just the way she came at him.
I think it was. I think it was because
she was like, oh, I see. If she played it any different way, he might have been like, yeah, all right, this one time,
right? Like,
but since
just so you know, yeah,
really,
yep.
He was like, yeah, bitch,
right.
Really,
right? Because we did that at the video stores with stuff sometimes, where somebody didn't know of various policy or something. Oh, like, like a 5-day rental when they first get it, it's like $250 or $3, and but every day it's late, it's $250, it's not for another 5 days. It's a day at a time is the way it works. And I remember people getting really mad, and I'm like, well, you're costing the store money. That's why the late fees exist, to get you to bring the stuff back.
Accurate.
But a lot of times if someone did something like that and really kind of pushed it, as long as they were nice, I'd be like, don't worry about it, and we'll eat this one. Don't,
Yeah, next time don't be such an idiot.
Right.
I'll waive this one.
Well, that's the thing is it's like, once you tell somebody, it's like, all right, I've told you now. At Hollywood Video, we could put a note on their account that says like, was told about late fee, policy or something like that. So that it would pop up when you pull an account up.
Like, waived last late fee, cause dead ass.
That was my go-to, yeah. Man or woman,
Yeah, right? Like, clearly he does squats.
Right. It's a Dumb and Dumber thing. I respect the hard work,
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. It was just, here's the best part to me, because we left before it got resolved. I don't know how it ended. That's basically when we walked out of there.
Hopefully, like, for suicide.
Oh, damn. Wow. That's harsh.
Well, her boyfriend got all jealous and she kept talking to this guy.
Right.
So,
when we walk out, my brother goes,
person, big gun.
That'd be interesting.
Right? Like Desert Eagle goes flying through the wall.
Right. Him and the Desert Eagle go flying through the wall. Yeah. That kick from that sumbitch.
Oh, God, I'd love to see that.
I kind of would too now. We walk out, and as we're walking out, my brother goes, she might get a ticket. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, that's a fire lane she's parked in. For some reason at this place, the fire lane, like they used to have parking right up at the, storefront, but they made that into a fire lane. But what they did was, they did, diagonal lines, like you've seen them, like in fire lanes where they do that to basically say, hey, this is a no parking area.
Yeah,
but they were probably, I don't know, 6 feet wide, 5 feet. That's a parking space.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Her car was in there and she was between the lines. So it's like, and in my head, I'm going, the perfect scenario here would be that a cop is waiting for her when she comes out. Because it's kind of the same concept of what she's dealing with on the inside, Like, well, no one told me, even though there's no parking signs on, columns of the building.
Her problem is she walks out as Harvey Keitel from Bad Lieutenant.
Probably. Or it's Nicolas Cage from whatever that Bad Lieutenant sequel was.
That remake sequel, whatever it was. Give me Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm with you. I'd much rather have the wolf.
Yeah, you have Nicolas Cage asking her about the, do you got any of that kibble? Or whatever the fuck he said in that movie. Well, at least if, Harvey would be like, you ever suck a man's cock? Show me with your mouth.
Right. The line I remember most from the...
Her boyfriend's all jealous. Huh?
Right. The thing I remember most...
through our wall.
Yeah, right. Fuck. The thing I remember most from that Nicolas Cage movie is when he jumps into the flooded whatever, and he's pissed because he's getting his underwear wet.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I must have blocked it out.
Yeah, it's pretty early in the movie. He's pissed because he has to ruin his underwear.
We did watch that for the show, didn't we?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I don't know when, but we did.
The things we do for you people.
Right. I don't know that anyone asked us to. Actually, I did. It does feel like somebody did. Like, did they get... Nope, I can't figure it out. Anyway, I'm sure Dev will tell us at some point when he gets there.
Right?
Man. Actually, I could probably find it. Well, it depends on if it was when I put detailed show notes or not. Because if I didn't put Bad Lieutenant in there, then, yeah.
I was actually looking it up right now.
Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah.
I don't care if it seems like an old man rant or not, but it's really not. It's responsible consumerism in that if you buy something, if there's any chance of return, read the policy,
Right.
I mean, I know she probably wasn't planning on bringing it back, but it's still, yeah, I don't know.
Here we go, Brian.
Okay.
Episode 32.
Wow.
Broke the ear hymen.
Wow, 32, huh?
And the synopsis is, in this episode, we ran about the new Avengers poster / trailer.
Wow.
So that's going back.
Wow, yeah, because we're on the third Avengers movie now. Today.
Bill Murray, definitely out of Ghostbusters 3? Question mark. Mm. We review Nicolas Cage's 2009 movie, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Terrible.
And, here's a callback. Autocorrect Theater.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. I remember that.
And our site of the week.
Wow.
I forgot we used to do website of the week, too.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
Memories.
Dude, that's so many episodes ago.
I know, right? It's crazy.
So many episodes. Yeah. So anyway, it was just a weird thing. Or not a weird thing, but it's just, you see that all the time, though. Like there's always somebody, and like you said, I think a lot of it is just, if you go in aggressively, you're generally not going to get met with kindness.
No, not usually.
I mean, I'm not saying the customer service person would be mean, but they may not bend over to help you at all,
Yeah, I mean, as a former, and sometimes, I guess I kind of still do customer service in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
But as a customer service person, you can feel that vibe when people come at you like that. Mm-hmm. And either I will, give it back to them, but not, to their same level, mm-hmm. or I am just like pancreas wrecking sweet.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always had a habit. My favorite thing was when somebody would yell at me, because I used the louder they get, the quieter I would get. and I would just bring my voice level down as they're yelling because it makes them look at like even more of an asshole, basically.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's also allegedly supposed to help, they'll lower their voice to kind of match. But there were times I walked away when somebody was yelling at me, and, I'd just be like, nope. Like, if you want to talk to me, talk to you, but you're not going to yell at me. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
This is not in my pay grade.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm making $7 an hour. Fuck you.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, really, if that's what it comes down to, I'm out the door.
It may not be much, but still, fuck you, money.
Yeah. Oh man. So I went over and got a new battery in my phone.
Right.
Yeah, and it's
nice.
Yeah, it is running way faster now, and the charge is lasting way longer.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I got over there, though, and the guy runs the diagnostic on it. And he's like, well...
Sir, you have way too much porn on it.
Well, I mean, there was that. He did make a comment that I have a lot of apps on there. And I was like, yeah, I know, but hush your face.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're actually not apps. They're actually just... little pictures. They're all porn files, just folders of porn.
It's your wallpaper to look like apps.
Right. Exactly. But when he did the diagnostic, he said that, how I told you my phone was at like 89%, I think it was, of potential out of, its ability to run at 100%. It had dropped 11%, for the maximum. And I was like, well, and he goes, actually, he's like, the reason that I think your phone is running the way it is, he's like, you have an insanely high charge rate. And I was like, huh? And he's like, your phone has been charged a whole lot. He showed it to somebody else, and she was like, wow, I'm surprised it still works.
Really?
Yeah, apparently, doing stuff like, using it while it's plugged in, which, it takes it longer to charge rather than just leaving it and, come back later or whatever.
Right.
Just stuff, or charging your phone back up when it's at like 60%, cause it's like, I've read a few things. It's basically like if your phone's between 30 and 90, don't charge it. If it gets under 30, then charge it because otherwise you will ruin the battery quicker. So, yeah. But, it was nice. Like you said, super nice. It was 45 minutes. Here's the best part.
That's not bad.
No. So my mom took me over there, right? We went in the front of the mall. Sorry, people, I'm going local. We went in the front of the mall because I couldn't remember where the Apple store was in there. And my frame of reference of that mall is going in that way.
Fair enough.
Which is, and there's similarities, but a lot of it's different,
Yeah.
But anyway, I just kind of instinctively found it, which was interesting because I didn't even like turn off some random way. I just,
followed the migrating hipsters.
Right. But dude, it's on like the other side of the mall.
Yeah. It's over by where they put the food court.
Yeah.
Kinda.
And I was like, and the thing was like, I was supposed to be there at 1:45 and I'm looking at my phone and it's like 1:46 already and I'm not there yet. I'm like, shit.
That son of a bitch.
I got there and the guy was like, no worries. He's like, look, and there was like 7 people standing around. So
he wasn't like, where the hell are you?
He starts
We've
beating
been
me.
waiting for you, Mr. Stewart.
We're going to teach you to be on time.
Give him the shittiest battery we have.
Right. Yeah, it was, but anyway, it was 45 minutes. I go back out and I tell my mom that I had to walk the length of the mall basically. And she's like,
This dude laughs with the old people.
I thought about it actually.
Yeah.
But if it was like 15 minutes, I was just going to go down to the food court and, grab Mr. Hero or something.
Right.
Which I should have done
Excellent.
anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure I should have. I'm kicking myself for not doing that. Anyway.
They could have had a nice meal, lit a candle, get all romantical with it.
Oh, for sure. Put down 5-6 Roman burgers,
Right?
Delicious.
You wouldn't have your phone to play sweet, like, sexy music, though.
Yeah.
Could have hired a mariachi band.
That's true. I could have. So I get back, or we go around to the other side of the malls, so it's quicker to get back in there. While I'm sitting there, because it was a nice day, I've got my arm up, on the edge, like where the window is. And, I got sunburn on my arm.
Wow.
In that
That's
short
intense.
a time. Well, I mean, I am very white.
That's true. I mean, vampiric even.
Right. So, but I didn't notice, how it is. You don't notice your sunburn until later,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here doing something on the computer. I'm like, God, my arm is hot. And I look over. I was like, wow, my arm is red.
That is fascinating, my friend.
Yeah.
The sun does not get along with you. You guys don't play nice.
I know. So I should have stayed inside. See,
Apparently.
stay
Seek
inside.
shelter.
Yeah, stayed inside. Roman burger. Went outside, got sunburn. Clearly the bad decision.
It's true.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Just for those of you not to know, I don't know if Mr. Hero's a thing across the country.
Yeah, I don't either. I didn't think about it.
But it's like a fast food kind of place. Roman burgers, basically your classic Italian hoagie.
Yeah.
You got your pepperoncinis, your salamis, your Italian meats, lettuce, tomato, Italian dressing.
Mm-hmm.
The Roman burger, they slap hamburger patties on that bitch.
And it's delightful.
Yeah, exactly. Like if baby Jesus appeared in front of you, you would kick him in his little togaed face.
I did. Yeah.
Be like, get out of here, baby Jesus. Roman burgers for me.
Right.
Although I don't think he likes anything to do with Roman anything.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Probably
It's
not.
like, how dare you?
He's
eat that
definitely
burger?
not a fan of the when in Rome thing,
No, not at all.
It's like, can we go over here?
Like, I'm more of a Chick-fil-A guy.
Yeah. Right. Oh man, the line there was so long.
Everyone loves Chick-fil-A.
I mean, no. Well, it was also, 1:45's lunch-ish time, So.
Yeah, but dude, it's just basic bitch chicken. Why is everyone jacking off about Chick-fil-A?
I mean,
I know it was fine, but still.
Yeah, I was gonna say of fast food chicken, it's really good, but yeah, I have no chance I'd wait in that line. Plus, Mr. Hero was there, and there was nobody up there, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have walked up, and they would have treated me like I was a king.
Yeah, exactly. Get you a double Roman burger. Sitting there eating in a booth.
Yep.
Like a goddamn professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all these yahoos running around with chicken sandwiches and waffle fries like children.
I mean, I'd eat.
What are we, adults here or are we children?
Oh, we're adults here for sure.
God damn right we are here at the Salt Lake program.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good time. Actually, it really wasn't bad. They were, like I said, they were super nice. Walked back in, handed them the ticket, talked to the tech guy for like 5 minutes, and out the door.
Right.
No big deal at all. So yeah, if just like you said, it was basically the same gimmick. Just pretty quick in and out. It was really difficult to not want to steal a couple 7 iPads, But,
oh, yeah. I mean, for sure.
Right. But I didn't.
Or did you?
No, I only took 6.
Because why would you admit it on the Salt Lake
Exactly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if, you need an iPad, just email us at.
Yeah.
Cut you out a sick deal on
right.
it.
There was a woman in there offering to buy her kid an iPad, and her kid had 0 interest. Like, he's just sitting there dicking on his phone, and she was like, well, she's like, go look at the iPads, and she's like, pick one out. And he's like, meh. And she's like, I thought you wanted one. He's like, I do. And she's like, well, go pick it out. And he was like, eh. She's like, well, I'm not going to spend the money if you're not more enthused than that, which,
wow,
good point. And then I looked at her and said, if you want to buy me one, I will send you videos of how enthused I am.
Yeah. Naked video.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if the boundary's not there.
I mean, I was thinking, you just followed kid the iPads, triangle choke.
Right? And put his clothes on.
Put his Oshkosh clothes on, and then come back like, this is the one I want, Mom.
And I end up looking like Steve Buscemi with the, hey kids, or hey fellow kids, what is up?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Yeah. Man, yeah. And she laughed, and she was like, I should, just to teach him a lesson. I was like,
yeah, you should.
You should.
Yeah.
Like,
what a douche.
You know what? Really, really show him and get me the biggest iPad and Apple Pencil also. He'll hate that.
You know, he'd really hate if you bought me an iPad and Apple Pencil, and then you blew me in front of it.
I just put my hand.
Really wreck him.
I put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, "Don't worry, son. I'm not trying to be your dad.
Yeah,
exactly. I just want to fuck your mom."
That'll really ruin his day.
Right. It was
Come on,
fun,
Mom. Let's do it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was just like, man, if somebody was like, hey, Brian, go pick out an iPad, you'd see, like when the Roadrunner took off and there was just that puff of smoke or whatever afterwards, that's what you would see.
Like a Brian-shaped puff of smoke.
Yeah, you'd never see me move faster than if someone was like, hey, go pick out an iPad. And she didn't even say go pick out, like, a mini. She's like, just go pick out an iPad. Fucking kid. Damn kid doesn't realize how good he's got it.
Spoiled ass kid. That's what that tells me.
Yeah. Right? That you're not interested in something like that? That's just weird to me.
Was he too cool to be interested, man?
He's a dork, but, whatever.
I can't be bothered to be so bothered.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Go ahead, kid.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't care your little brain's developing. We're going to scramble that egg.
Right in the soft spot. Yeah, no, he's too old for that. Oh, man. But yeah, it was, like I said, no big deal. It was weird walking through the mall again, though, because I haven't been in there in months. Maybe a year, even. It's been a long time since I've been in that actual mall,
Try to avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
So.
Well, honestly, most of the time when I went to the mall, it's to see a movie, or it was to go to Borders, or go to Clada, all that stuff is accessible from the outside, or Mongolian Grill. That's all accessible directly into that business.
Damn you Mongolians.
Man, I was tempted about that too while I was over there. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big bumper is I don't think there's anywhere to get a pint. I don't know. I guess you're probably going to Biaggi's or whatever that stupid Italian restaurant is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. You're probably right.
Yeah, that's always my game plan. Like, pint time because I can't take them all.
Yeah. Well, on the upside, it was weird though because spring break, and it really wasn't that crowded. Most of the people in there were old people doing laps or just, people our age. Basically.
Well, it's not the cool mall anymore, man.
That's good.
It's now you got to go to the ones that look like little towns.
Yeah.
The little towns no one wants to live in, but they kind of want to when there's a Starbucks in the middle of it.
Right. Who wouldn't?
I guess.
Oh, wait, me. Yeah. Well, I could be refreshed a lot.
You could get all
very
the refreshed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their little like food snack tray things they have aren't bad. The protein boxes and shit.
I could deal with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I was really happy there weren't just, like, annoying people everywhere. Really, even for people watching, there was really nothing to watch.
We covered last week, that's what the Mall of Monroe is for.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go on safari, you go up there.
Right, or a Walmart up there. If you go to Walmart up there, you'll get it's the same crowd,
yeah, it's like a sister park.
Yeah, the difference is in Walmart, it's more like they're going to an amusement park, because apparently it's a big deal to go to the Walmart. So,
well, I don't know if I could shit on them because way back in the day, before Jeannie and I were even like dating, we'd hang out at Myers and sit on futons and shit.
Right? Yeah, I used to.
Of course, we were also dumb kids. So.
Right. To me, that's the difference.
Yeah.
If as a kid you love a store, it's like, well, you're a kid, whatever. I mean, who didn't as a kid, like of us, we love going to Toys R Us or whatever,
Well, yeah. We still do.
Not for much longer.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's kind of sad, but progress, I guess, right?
What's Jeffrey doing now?
Oh, dude.
Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Dude, he's giving handies.
Hoovesies.
Oh, Hoovesies. Well, there's a show title.
Be the worst handy ever.
Right. I mean, he could offer deep throating, because, I mean, that's a
For
lot
sure.
of throat. Or,
I mean,
wow. here's my choice. I think he's
sweet giraffe pussy.
That was my second option. No. I was gonna say he was getting into like cage fighting. And I don't mean like UFC cage fighting. I mean like in a junkyard cage fighting.
Fair enough.
Real
right.
seedy kind of stuff. Because, I mean, would you want to fuck with a giraffe? I've seen what they do with them necks, man.
Yeah, but you got to dodge the neck and get at them knobby knees.
Good luck.
Double leg takedown.
Yeah, they'll beat the shit out of you with that neck.
I don't know where you choke it out at.
Yeah.
I imagine that whole neck is vulnerable.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think if you take their legs out, you're pretty good.
Right?
It's going to be tough for them,
Yeah. Those stupid knees they have.
Right. So that's the move, is when it starts, you just got to juke so that it'll swing the opposite way with its neck.
Definitely head fake.
Right. You do like a baseball slide past it, roundhouse kick to the knee, and you're good from there pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. You got to put that kneecap on the side of its leg.
Then you put it in a fucking figure four.
Yes.
Because
figure four for days.
Yeah. Just like Ric Flair would do.
Oh, for sure, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Woo.
Woo, even.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you for the week? I got other stuff, but it's not really about, the week so much.
Well, I've been getting back into like exercise and stuff this week.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really haven't done since like December.
Right.
I've just like half-heartedly.
Oh, I know. You look like the Blob now. It's so horrible.
I know. What got
awful.
me was I was like, well, I was telling you, Brian, once it gets warm out for work, pants are out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, last summer I brought these brand new like Carhartt work shorts. Like, these things are great.
Right.
Yeah, a little snug.
because of the not working out, basically.
Probably, yeah. I imagine. So I was like, all right, I got to get back on this course.
Got to get lean. Right.
Exactly. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Got to do something.
Right.
So,
a belt extender, whatever.
Yeah. So I've been trying to be more conscious about what I eat because, I was hitting a point where it's every once in a while I was just like, fuck it. I'll just eat whatever. Who gives it, So I'm trying to be more man, exercising sucks.
Yeah, it does. That's why I haven't done much of it.
I know it's all like, and the more I'm doing it, the more I'm like, yeah, I do enjoy this, but fuck, dude, my legs.
Dude, I have never enjoyed it. Like, there was a point, like, when I lost a bunch of weight in high school, I was working out with my brother quite a bit, and I hated every minute of it. I hate it so much. It never is fun to me. So, yeah.
I feel like,
I don't know
like
why.
when I'm done, I feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah. I just felt tired. Yeah.
But like all day today, I've been hobbling around. Like, I just got out of, I don't know, some sort of internment camp or something.
Now, do you remember last year, when I believe it was right around this time, right around your birthday, that we had a conversation and I was like, things are going to change this year. And I was like, you're going to be feeling like you're, breaking apart basically.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. Here we are.
Yeah, I guess so. You're a soothsayer.
Yeah, as you're about to enter your last year of your 30s,
All right. Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. Yeah, I know. It's like me turning 40 this year. I'm like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. No fucks given.
Right. Exactly. I still act like I'm 20, so except for the drinking, I don't do that as much.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, look, I'm still collecting fucking toys, so.
There you go. We're still talking shit about people on the internet.
Exactly.
But we've been watching this weird series.
Yeah.
It's on Amazon. It's called Journey Quest.
I feel like somebody told me to watch that. Anyway,
it's pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I feel like it was a low budget web series. Is what I feel like.
Okay.
Because it's definitely low budget.
Cool. Right.
But it's just basically it feels like if you took, like if you played D&D and you took the shit that happened where you're playing and they're like, I'm going to make a movie out of this. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay.
Because it's just like nonsense, pure nonsense that I could see.
Okay.
Yeah, happening in my basement when I was, in my early 20s.
Right, or last week.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have a basement. Well, yeah, you do. What am I I don't have a basement.
No one wants to go down there, though.
True.
Very damp right now. So I've had so much rain still.
Yeah, Tony's basement's always damp.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think that works that way, Tony. I don't think that's what you want.
Oh, never mind. Shit.
Sorry.
Should get that checked out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's been pretty fun.
Okay.
Good old Journey Quest. If you have Amazon Prime, you should check it out, or I'm sure it's on YouTube. Like I said, it just feels like a web series.
Yeah, I actually looked it up on IMDb, to see what it is, basically. And, yeah, it's rated pretty high. It's 8.2.
It's entertaining. It is entertaining.
28 episodes, it says. So.
Holy shit, I didn't realize there's that many.
Yeah. Are they half hour or 1 hour?
Well, the first season we watched, each episode was like 7 minutes long.
Oh, even better. Okay.
And then, we started watching season 2, and it was an hour and a half.
Oh,
it was one chunk.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a movie almost.
Right.
But I just, I don't know. For instance, you have the warrior in it that just kills everything for glory.
Right. I like it.
He killed a river. And I won't get into how. But
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just silly,
Wow. So the storyline that someone entered, this is the storyline for the show. It basically is a long-winded way of saying what you said when you said it's basically take D&D and make a movie.
Right.
Because it's like, it's got orcs and wizards and zombies and and it's like...
Yeah, I feel like they were just sitting around playing, and someone's like, we should make this into a series.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah. That's just what it feels like to me.
Right. It's from 2010, I think it said.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Right. Neat.
Oh, get this too. I think this is weird. Because, post Whiskey Fest, I'm like, man, I just got to cut back on my imbibing.
Yes.
Which I have big time. But, so a long, I can't remember which Jamaica trip it was. But one of the times I went to Jamaica, we made some friends, kind of, because I barely talk to the guy now, occasionally on Instagram. But friends from, San Diego. And we're talking about, how craft beer people, this, that, and the other thing. The guy's like, you should for sure join meetups.
Okay.
Because I guarantee there's going to be a craft beer group in your area, and they always coordinate events. You can meet people that are in. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right. Swinger stuff. Sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All about having a good time.
Some other dude's chick.
Or the other dude.
Whatever.
Whatever you're into.
Depends on how many IPAs you had. But,
maybe that's...
So, I joined meetups forever ago.
Okay.
I've never attended anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I've occasionally engaged in some chat that comes across the app because someone will ask something stupid on, but never have gone to any of the events.
Right.
So I get an email from the dude who runs the meetup group, and I can only assume he sent his email to multiple people, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I'm now an events coordinator for this group.
Sweet.
Because he's like, hey, I'm trying to make this group more active, blah, blah, blah. Would you be interested in, helping plan stuff?
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I'm like, I'm trying to, cut back on my boozing. But I'm like, fuck it.
Right.
Because I was my honest thought was, well, I can network with beer people. And one, maybe we can get more brewers on our show.
Right.
Two, maybe I can get my foot in the craft beer world, which I would like to do.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I can see it as a network. Sure, why not? So now I'm trying to, plan events.
I like it.
I don't know how I got myself involved in that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, right?
Kind of just walked into it.
It just came out of the blue.
Right.
Just because it was just, like I said, I've never done anything with the group.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so weird to me.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right?
There's no activity, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, you, plan shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we've been busy, haven't had a chance to do anything.
Right.
And there's still been like zero activity. So I don't know if I can, like I said, I assume he sent the email to more people. Because why would I get picked when I haven't done anything?
Maybe he just likes the cut of your jib. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my picture is the same picture on Facebook. Maybe he likes my hat.
Could be. He's
I
like,
have no idea.
He's like, that's a fine hat.
That's a good hat.
He should run events.
But I mean, it's, I don't know. My first step is I'm going to try to get a hold of Shannon from Black Cloister.
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
former enthusiast guest.
Former enthusiast guest. Be like, hey, any chance you could maybe give us a brewery tour for like 20 people? And
no.
Yeah.
She's
like, who are you?
She just shakes her head. That's right
and
out.
You are who now?
Yeah. Oh.
Like, oh, but we were at the Mudheads things. We hugged. Oh.
She's like, no, I don't remember you.
Nope. Negative.
Yeah. Like, oh.
But I bullshitted with your second in command all night at the bar. A couple times, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was a whole bizarre thing. I should add that to my resume.
You should, yeah.
Beer coordinator. Yeah.
That's a good call.
I know, right? It's weird.
Start putting your resume out there on the job sites with that on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, I follow a lot of, craft breweries on Instagram and Snapchat and such.
Yes.
And you see what they get into.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, God damn, that just looks like a good time.
Yeah.
Like I watched, the crew, like some of the guys who work at Shorts just build a whole rig to put a barrel in because they had barrel aged Huma.
Huh.
Which I would love to try, but it's I think they already went through a barrel yesterday or today. I can't remember what day was Huma Day.
That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
But bourbon barrel aged Huma sounds amazing to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just what they did. It's like that they spent their day just building a thing to hold a barrel. I'm like,
right.
That looks fun. I like building shit.
Right. Or like Jeremy that's in that beer group that were in the brewery he works for like beer fest and stuff. They bought an old gas pump and they rigged it up to where it pumps beer now.
Which is awesome.
It was cool. Yeah. He posted various pictures of the process. It was, it was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. Seems like a good gig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do.
You.
We'll see. We'll see.
Do. Oh, breaking news. How about Cosby, huh?
Yeah, right.
Weird.
Not really surprised.
I mean, I think our friend Michelle summed it up best. She said that makes her very happy, but very sad at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you got to put that monster away.
Yep.
But it's Dr. Huxtable.
Exactly, yeah. It's someone that we all grew up with as a very wholesome role model, too. Yeah.
But it's Jell-O Pudding Pops.
It's Ghost Dad.
But it's Ghost Dad.
Mm-hmm. It's Kodak Paper. There's Coke also. I remember him endorsing Coke.
For sure.
I don't remember anything else that I can think of.
That pen show, we had the magic cartoon pen that would draw and things that come to life. You remember this?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Well, if we're going to talk that, then also Fat Albert, because he was on Fat Albert.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good point. Picture pages.
Nope.
Shout out to picture pages.
Right.
All right. There you go.
I gotta look it up because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh man.
Huh.
His marker's name was Mortimer Ichabod Marker.
Wow.
That's a classy name. From the Marker family?
Wow. Yeah, this does not.
You don't remember picture pages?
No, man, this does not ring a bell at all to me.
Where the fuck were you?
I don't know. That's weird. Oh, wow.
Oh, geez.
What a brilliant marketing gimmick, though. You could buy the activity book that he was going to be using on the show and play along.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
Of course.
That's brilliant. They should bring that back. I bet they sell... No, they wouldn't.
Not anymore, they wouldn't.
Well, I don't mean with him.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's from, prison.
It's like
yeah,
wondering why he's drawing like a latte with a bunch of pills floating in it or something.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. I probably watched it. I just, my memories of when I was a little children's is not great.
Oh man, I would watch the shit out of this show.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah. Huh.
Man.
Yep, don't remember it. What are you
How
going to do?
dare you, sir?
Yeah,
How
sorry.
dare you?
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Had to buy a car battery today, too.
Just for hooking up to your nipples?
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Like
You
Mel
know it.
Gibson?
Yeah, this is my fetish now.
Or your balls, whatever.
Yeah, when he had those, like, wet loofahs and
Yep.
they were electrocuting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Nah, Jeannie, her car battery, like, what was it? Last week, we were picking up Leah from volleyball practice. And her and I were just sitting in the car or listening to radio, just bullshitting. And we already had warning that her car battery was going.
Okay.
So we're sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, we've been sitting there a while, I should start the car. Oh no, we're out in the middle of Wallbridge.
Of course, yeah.
Don't have jumper cables in the car. Triple A's like, yeah, we'll be there in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So, I ended up calling, my in-law, father-in-law, and he came out and jumped us.
Yeah.
Good times.
Right. Wow.
So, cut to this week,
Mm-hmm.
where, next week we're going, we're driving to Grand Haven for the weekend. Like, I gotta get this battery taken care of. Gotta get this battery. Gotta call dealership first, make sure it's under warranty. Kept putting it off. I got a phone call today. I'm stuck at the gas station. I'm like, well, why? Yeah, my car won't start. Oh no. And I'm working by myself right now.
Right.
So I'm like, no one can give you a jump. She's like, no one can. I'm like, all right. Where are you? Which gas station? It's the one right up the road from our house.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, fuck. Fly down here, grab jumper cables, fly over there. Couldn't even jump the car. Like, it was dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we just left the car down there. I brought Jeannie home, and on my way home, because Costco, they sell car batteries, son.
Right.
What? And I had so much luck getting tires there.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought them, but they couldn't put them on for me, so I returned them.
Right. At least with a battery, you can do that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and I'm looking at their battery, and they just have all these, like, fit codes. I was like, well, obviously I need to talk to somebody, because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at besides this is a lot of juice.
Yeah.
Talked to a dude. He's like, oh, what year? Blah, blah. He's looking up. He's like, yeah. We carry batteries for a 2000. She just has a 2013. It's like, we have batteries for 2012 and 2014. We don't carry to 2013.
Of course.
I'm like, oh. Okay. Okay, sir. Dude, you know how much car batteries are?
I have not been around the price of them in a while, so no.
Well, I didn't have the old battery with me, so I couldn't, I had to pay a core deposit, which is a nice $18.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'll get that back.
Right.
But I dropped $186 on car battery today.
Nice. That's strong.
I mean, at least obviously I'm not paying for anyone to install it, but this guy right here. But
right. I wouldn't think so.
Still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it hurt my heart, man.
Yeah, that's a kick in the dick for sure.
I mean, at least today's payday and shit, but
still
fucking brutal.
Yeah.
But at least the car is functional again.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glad she wasn't at least like out in the middle of nowhere or something.
Yeah.
But good googly boogly, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's wow. I didn't realize they were that expensive.
Yeah, it's a kick in the dick.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Square in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like a pointy-toed shoe.
That's actually what Jeffrey's doing now. He goes around.
Jeffrey?
Yeah. The giraffe from Toys R Us.
Oh, okay.
He just
Him and Mortimer Ichabod Marker.
Yeah. They just go around kicking people in the dick.
The marker draws a bullseye.
Yes. Oh, man.
Here comes the hoof.
Man.
Yeah, I know, right?
What do you think the marker's up to now?
What is that? He's probably dried up. He's just sitting in somebody's coffee cup. It's covered in dust. Sad.
Sad. Real sad.
Yep, like the hand comes in. He's like, "Oh, my time has come," and then they grab a pen next to him.
Right.
He just sits there all sad.
Right.
He doesn't have legs and shit.
Right. Yeah. He's
nothing he can do. He's at the will of the hand.
Yeah. That's true.
And not like the Ninja Clan.
True. No.
Yeah, it's gotta suck to be Mortimer Ichabod Marker.
Man. Yeah, I guess. That's really sad.
Oh, right.
Need
not
to
mention his old coworker, all the shit he's going through.
Right.
Boy.
Need to do, well, I guess it would drastically change with this happening. I was going to say there should be like a, behind the show kind of, thing done, but boy, would it not focus on the characters.
Oh boy. The things Mortimer would be drawing.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, right?
Yep. Never keep a marker in your pocket, kids.
Never keep a marker in your pocket. That shit might explode.
Right. Also because, it might see what's going on and draw things later. I don't know.
That's true.
I got nothing. I ran out of steam pretty quick on that.
It's like, Mortimer just inked all over my leg. God damn it, Mortimer.
Again?
How
do you still have it? How is there still ink in you? Yeah.
It's a secret, I got nothing.
Yeah. He dips himself in rubbing alcohol to extend the life.
I mean, since we're getting so silly here, does Mortimer Ichabod Marker have a tinier marker? Is like a marker dick or something? I mean, how deep do we go with this?
It's a fine question.
Or does he draw with little humans?
Well, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
That would be weird.
Yeah, especially when the humans run out of ink.
Right? Oh, boy.
He's just smearing their head around.
Yeah.
Once they leak all their fluids right in the trash.
Yeah, it's over. Hey, it's a short lifespan on these guys.
Yeah. He's like, this one smells like strawberry. Shit, that got dark real quick.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a fine question. You should, I don't know, because who could you ask about that? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You need a TV historian. That's what you need. Just hit him up on Twitter and be like, hey, I have a really serious question here.
Super serious.
So serious.
Remember Mortimer?
And who
like, who? No, I'm sorry. Mortimer Ichabod Marker.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yeah, who doesn't?
From the Markers.
Right. Just like I'm wearing a shirt with him on it right now.
Yeah, his Uncle Mr. Sketch.
Right.
Everyone calls him Uncle Sketch.
Right. Uncle Sketch. Yeah. That's a whole different ballgame, too.
Oh, boy. You don't know where his cap's been.
I feel like that's just Bill Cosby in the scenario.
Yeah, you're probably
Uncle
right.
Sketch. Yeah.
Dr. Sketch.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
It's definitely sketchy.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what else? What else we got this week?
It's been just a slow week for myself, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty much basically tapped out over here.
All right. Let's talk about the Venom trailer.
Oh, yes, sir. Let's talk about the Venom trailer.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the Venom trailer?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've loved a lot of the memes that have come from it. Because they've been
the googly eyes?
Great, yeah. Or that one where it's like the picture of Lisa from The Simpsons, where when the dentist tells her if she doesn't get braces, this is what'll happen, and she's got like a tooth stuck through her upper lip, and
right.
As the Venom thing is like, the face of it is basically, coming down over his head. It was cool to see like what looked like a real Venom character.
Mm-hmm.
But it really felt hokey to me. Like, it just didn't feel like it was polished, which maybe that's the case.
It might be early.
Yeah. But it just felt like, it reminded me of like a character you'd see on like Power Rangers.
Oh, geez.
Something dumb like that or whatever. Just,
right.
Just where you're like, okay, this is low quality, whatever. Or like an old monster movie, where you look at it and you're like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
So I'm hoping maybe it was just that lighting or that scene or whatever. You know, obviously it's only one scene we see the stuff in, so we'll have to wait. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's cool. You know, little kid in me is like, man, finally a good, a Venom movie. You know,
well, how about the one part where he's like, why did we do that?
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah.
It was so good that I'm so glad they put that in there.
Yes.
You know, because, well, as was it Clint, I think, mentioned in our Kick group, but, it's a symbiotic relationship, so it is a we. It's not a me or you. Yeah. That was awesome.
I wasn't really sure what to make of when he's like on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And it's like little venom goos is shooting off him and knocking stuff out of the way or whatever.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's been a long time since I read a Venom book, and maybe that's kind of what they're doing with Venom now.
Yeah, Venom has changed a whole lot from back in those days. Like, it's not even the same guy, I don't think, anymore. And yeah.
Oh, man, the symbiote moved on.
Yeah.
Like, we're done, Eddie. We're done. I'm getting my shit and moving out.
Man. Well, at least it didn't get broken up with like Peter Parker did to it,
Oh, God. They talking about from the movie?
Oh, no.
Oh.
God, no, I'd never reference that pile of shit.
Oh,
no.
I was worried.
No, I'm just talking in the book when he realizes that, I think it was Reed Richards that realizes that suit is no bueno.
Oh, yeah.
Even
though black suit.
Even though it looked pretty awesome.
Did look awesome.
It was boss.
Balls. So do you think the origin of that whole thing, they're like, we're going to change Spider-Man's suit, make him like edgy and cool, because it was kind of that time period.
Mm-hmm.
And they won a few issues, and then someone was like, God, I miss that old Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a way to separate this stuff. They'll get him back in the old one. They're like, well, what if we make the suit an alien?
Yeah.
And then it all went from there.
Yep. I could see that working.
Because I never read, like, the Black Spider-Man series.
Like the Secret War that it debuts in, basically.
Yeah.
And stuff.
But,
yeah.
I mean, wasn't it throughout that series, everyone's like, oh, you're so much more aggressive and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Which, was because of the symbiote being influential, I guess. Yeah.
But how much before Secret Wars did he have the black suit, or is it at Secret Wars?
I believe it debuted in Secret Wars, like one of the issues.
So it might have all been a thing.
Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I haven't read it in so long. I don't remember how it, how he happens upon it, or when they figure out that it's bad. I don't remember. But, yeah.
I have to go back and read that or something.
Yeah. I'm with you, though. It's like, as much as I like the black costume,
Nothing beats the classic Spider-Man costume.
No, exactly. And, there's been a couple, like, style, changes to it over the years that I've been cool with. As long as for the most part you keep the suit.
The basics?
Yeah.
Like, I could do without the armpit webbing they had for a little while there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to me unless, he's trying to catch gnats in his pits.
Look, he hit puberty and, hair starts to grow, webs start to grow there, Tony.
Man.
He had a like amount of them around his dick.
Yeah, because I was just thinking about a webbed up, it looks like just a big spider egg.
Oh, that sounds terrible. No. Right? Nope. Oof. Yeah. So what did you think of the thing? Did it make you excited about it?
I haven't seen any of the newer Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
So I don't have any context of what's going on with them. And I didn't see Spider-Man. Obviously, Spider-Man wasn't in the trailer at all, but they have to be related at some point.
I'm not sure. I think the plan was to kind of keep them separate, but who knows? Because, that's under Sony. That's not Marvel's doing, so.
But, I don't know. When I first watched it, I was like, sweet, because they end the trailer with the reveal of the costume.
Yeah, because that was when we watched the first teaser thing. I was like, that's not a Venom movie because there's no Venom. So at least they gave us that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but I'm so on it now. The more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to maybe see a different trailer if they release something else.
Right, that's what I was saying too, yeah. I saw a lot of people that were like, oh my God! And I was like, okay. But, whatever. People love it. Cool. I don't, like I said,
exactly, right.
The little kid in me is all sorts of excited because Venom was so cool when we were kids,
Right.
And, so it is awesome to see him not be Topher Grace,
Oh my God.
Which, anyway.
Yeah, right.
Sorry,
I hear you, Brian.
Sorry, I had to pause for a minute. Not for a good
Eddie
reason.
Brock, a giant hulking dude.
Right.
Better cast Topher Grace.
Right. I mean, that's who I think.
Right.
I was like, who'd be perfect for Venom? Topher Grace.
Yeah, exactly.
First time I saw him on that 70s show, I was like, he'd make a good Venom.
For sure.
No.
It's just like when I'm gonna recast the Archie and Jughead movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking for Jughead, LeBron James. Just giant, shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing LeBron James with the hat.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just smashing food constantly.
Right.
Always talking about Blaze Pizza. Isn't that his pizza company?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he's bought into that.
All right. Oh, you mean LeBron? Yeah. I was thinking Jughead.
Not Jughead.
Yeah. I was like, Jughead used to eat at whatever, I can't remember, the old guy's hamburger shop.
Right.
I can never remember his name. I don't care either, really. But, yeah. All right. Well, so we talked about that.
We did.
Yeah. All right. So we both watched the Giant documentary.
I mean, it's been a minute since I watched it. I was going to watch it again because I know my wife wants to watch it too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I watched it like last week or week before now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really well done.
It was very well done.
Again, there's a good amount of it that I already knew, but there were some things in there that I didn't. And the part I loved the most is when they were telling stories about how, like when Hogan's telling the story about the WrestleMania 3 match between them.
Oh, yeah, right.
And real quick, I didn't say spoilers, but spoilers if you haven't watched it, but it's a documentary, so, but that was, I didn't know Hogan, wrote the whole thing down except the finish, basically.
Yeah, which is pretty great.
Yeah. And he was totally right. If Andre didn't want to put him over, Andre wouldn't, because he was, way bigger and stronger. Even though he was hurting like crazy, but still. Yeah.
I think my favorite part with Hogan was how he just was doing voices for everybody.
That was great. When he started talking about Iron Sheik, I'm like, there's no way he does a Sheik voice, given the whole racist thing,
Right.
And then he does Sheik voice, but he actually was pretty,
Sheiky, baby.
He actually was pretty good. It wasn't, and he wasn't making fun of Sheik. He was just, making a point, but yeah.
Right. No, it was cool to watch. That's for sure. And it was, it's kind of sad too at points.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you look at the guy and you see, when you think about how much he gave to the business and to people. Cause for us, I don't remember him as a face. I only remember Andre as a heel.
Yeah.
Because, WrestleMania 3 is, probably somewhere where I first saw wrestling, that kind of thing, And,
right.
And once he was with Bobby the Brain Heenan, which was right before WrestleMania 3, that's what I remember is that. And then I remember him tagging with, Haku. And, that's the Andre stuff I remember.
Right.
So to see all that stuff he did before, as a face through all the territories and stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially that giant afro of his.
Oh, that fro is incredible.
It was so good.
Andre the Giant Fro, they should call him.
Yeah.
It's not real catchy, though.
Yeah, it got really sad when they were talking about the Princess Bride, about how, Robin Wright Penn had to be...
wired drop and stuff. And
lowered instead of just dropped to him. Because, you got to believe in his prime, he'd be like, whatever, drop her, and I'm sure he'd catch her.
I got this.
Yeah. I got this. Yeah. Yeah, but that was pretty sad,
Yeah, it was good though. I mean, I've always been. I mean, I have the Brood Squad shirt.
Right.
Always been an Andre fan.
Right. So here's a funny thing I'd never noticed watching Princess Bride, which is the early fight between him and Dread Pirate Roberts. When he backs into that rock with him on his back, like right at that point in the documentary, they're like, I think Rob Reiner was like, yeah, Andre couldn't even do the fight. And right then I looked and I was like, oh my God, that's totally not Andre. Like, I never know. Yeah, he's got a weird wig on. It's some dude with a wig. Like, I never noticed it
just
before.
Some big guy with a wig on, huh?
Right. And I think it's because they slowed it down just a hair. Plus, he was saying it right then, so you're focused on what you're watching, But whatever. I mean, stuntmen exist all over the place, but yeah.
This is true.
And stunt women. I don't want to be rude.
No, yeah, I mean, stunt
people,
exactly.
Whatever. Yeah. The biggest surprise in that whole thing to me was at like toward the very end when they were talking about like how, when he died, when they showed Vince McMahon and asked Vince if it hurt him more than other wrestlers, and Vince McMahon had to take a couple minutes to not cry. You could see his eyes water.
Oh, geez. You could see his inner McMahon choking out that feeling.
Yeah, I have never seen Vince McMahon have a moment like that.
Yeah.
Ever. Unless it was part of the gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, he's like cried on TV, but it was because he was about to get killed by Stone Cold or something, So that blew my mind because I was like, wow. I mean, I always knew he thought a ton of Andre because he fully understands that Andre putting Hogan over in that WrestleMania probably made the WWE.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It really set it down the road. So, and I hadn't really thought about it like that until they pointed out in there, cause it's like, well, I kind of thought, it's like Sheik, put Hogan over for Hogan to win his first title, and I kind of thought that was more of what really launched that stuff. But it's like, man, seeing the stuff from that WrestleMania, it's like, I forgot how after that Hulkamania got even bigger. Like,
yes.
Yeah. So
it ran wild.
It did. It certainly did. I mean, there's no denying it. Everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is,
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Even now when he's 65 or something like that, everybody knows.
84.
Yeah, sure.
122.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
I'll talk about his pythons, brother.
Yeah. I bet they're not 24 inches anymore.
He might have that weird old man arm though.
Yeah. Well, he kind of does. Yeah. Well, the reason I said that is because, you remember how fucked up his back was.
Right.
I mean, clearly he's not going to be able to hit the gym.
Oh yeah, clearly. Well, so he's probably got like 21-inch pythons.
Yeah. Cause he still looks pretty big.
4 inches of parfait.
Yes. Yeah. Oddly enough, the opposite numbers are my arms. Mostly parfait.
Parfait's delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was a really, really well done documentary, and if I think it's entertaining even if you don't know about Andre.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they tell you enough about him in there for you to, plus I think everybody probably has a concept of who he is. Whether I
would sure hope so.
If nothing else, it's because of Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Although I gotta say, when they showed him as the Sasquatch on the...
Oh
my God, that was great. When he rips the tree out of the ground.
Yeah.
Oh man, that suit he was in, man. That was a better suit than El Gigante wore, though.
Fair enough. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I give it all the thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a couple Andres up or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
A couple 106 packs of beer or whatever.
Jesus Christ, legendary drinker.
Fucking A. I agree with the one guy who talks about how Andre got to the point that he was, a mythological creature, basically. Because, and like Vince McMahon even said when he was like, yeah, Andre's ring's as big as your wrist, and people be like, really? And when he said it, I was like, wow. I immediately was like, he's right. And I was like, no, that's not true.
Because even as before the internet existed, you'd hear shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, his shoes is big as a Volkswagen.
Right?
Like, real? Oh my God.
Yeah, because that was because
he eats babies. No shit.
Yeah, he looks like he might.
Oh, God, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It was easy to look at him because he was such a unique talent, and person.
Yeah, a presence.
Yeah. That's, like now, it's not as big of a deal. I mean, there's a variety of 7-footers now.
Right.
The most impressive to me anyway being Big Show because of, operating with the weight he had and all that kind of stuff. But there was a difference with Big Show is that I forgot what it's called that made him have gigantism.
Thyroid problem?
Yeah, with Big Show, he had the surgery done where they remove it and it stops it.
Right.
So I don't think Andre did. So.
Man, he could have kept going. He could have been like 8.5 feet tall. And
Maybe.
probably dead.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Most deaf.
All right, I got one more thing to ask you about.
Oh, what's up, Brian?
Did you watch the first episode of Westworld?
No. Because whenever a big show drops, HBO goes, we're going to log all you fuckers out.
Really?
And force you to log back in. And we tried to log back in with the password and stuff we have.
Yeah. Huh.
Could not get in.
Huh. Interesting.
So I am currently not part of that world.
Well, I'm not going to... No spoilers, of course, for variety of reasons. I actually was going to talk really vaguely about it anyway, if you and I were to talk about it, because this will drop, episode 2 will be dropping when this show drops, so it's,
right.
still kind of fresh. Really, really different feel to this season.
Really?
Yeah. And I think in a good way. We'll see, but,
I was going to ask, like, how so, but...
Yeah.
Right,
I can't really...
Good.
Yeah. When you watch it, you'll understand why I can't, you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Like, makes sense. Like,
right.
I see why he kept it to himself.
Or you'll be like, that son of a bitch, he could have told me.
Goddamn secret keeper. No one likes a secret keeper. Wait, everyone likes secret keeper.
Unless your name's Uncle Sketch.
Well, yeah, he's so sketchy.
He loves secret keepers for sure.
Sketchy as fuck.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yes.
I think that's all I had written down. Yeah, I was going to watch The Handmaid's Tale season 2 just dropped in, well, not the whole season, but the first episode dropped in Hulu. So I'm very curious to watch the second season of that.
Yeah, Jeannie's been powering through that lately.
Yeah, because the first season's really, it's very interesting. I almost ditched it, and then at the end of the episode where I was like, there was like something happened that I was like, ooh, and then I was hooked.
Oh, snap. It got good also.
Yeah, it did. It really did. So I'm curious to see how they move forward.
Oh, fair enough.
We'll see.
We will see.
But I hate that because that's one of those shows where they drop one a week. They don't put the whole season in.
Yeah, it'd be nice to. That's why I love Netflix. I was like, here.
Yeah.
Ka-tunk. Here's all of it. And you do with what you want. I can't even talk. You do you, boo. That's what Netflix says.
Little throwback, you do what you boo.
Yeah, you do what you... you do what you boo.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Usually what I'll do is if there's a show where they drop one a week, I'll wait till there's like 5 of them. Or like the mid-season point, then I'll watch, a few in a row.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Nah, it really doesn't, but...
No, I get it. I love binge watching shit.
Mm-hmm.
Totally get it.
Right. All right. That's what I got. You got anything else?
Beauty. Nah, yeah, negative,
cool.
sir.
Let's do some Cure the W.
Q. Oh, shit, my soundboard turned off.
Of course.
All right. So last week we asked you if you're in a food fight, what's your weapon of choice? Jeff, from Hobie.
Right.
He says, are we going for the most pain or total coverage?
To the pain?
To the pain.
And if we're going to if we're just going to make, Princess Bride references, let's just do it.
Yeah, great. Go big or go home.
Right.
Sea urchin or pudding? Is a sea urchin from the cliffs of insanity with the shrieking eels?
And the giant rats. Fucking
sea urchin or pudding? Maybe Limburger cheese, so the smell will stay with them.
Oh, can you imagine if you just had like Limburger cheese in your hand and you just like palm struck somebody and just crammed it up their nose? You wouldn't get that smell out for a month.
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, those are all good choices though. Pudding's interesting though, because are you throwing pudding cups? Do you just have a big bowl and a spoon? Like, how are you delivering?
Like a tanker truck.
like Stone Cold.
Mad Max one shows up.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking like when Stone Cold came in and sprayed beer all over.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, air quotes beer. It wasn't beer.
What?
It wasn't beer. No, Stone Cold.
Still real to me, damn it.
Yeah. Stone Cold gave up the gimmick. That wasn't really beer.
Oh, wow, how dare they?
Yeah, jerks.
Jerks. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm curious what the delivery system for the pudding would be. A hose would be, interesting. If you could pressurize pudding.
Oh my God! One, best snack ever.
Right.
Two, sounds dangerous. I love it.
It does. We'll have to put $240 worth of pudding in it, though.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on.
All right, so Big Dev, he says a whole yellowfin tuna. I'm clubbing assholes with my 37 pounds of fishy fury.
Wow, I bet he says that to all the ladies.
Right? And then I'm making spicy tuna rolls once the enemy has been vanquished.
All right. It seems like the integrity of the tuna wouldn't be too good after using it to beat the hell out of people.
Maybe it's skin on.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
All right. I'll tell you really quick, one of these games, that are like this Fortnite and Battleground that are all the rage right now, they need to make one that is literally a food fight.
That would be amazing.
And you just get, food stuffs. And then when you kill somebody or whatever, you can maybe like take their food stuffs.
Get their picnic basket or whatever.
Right, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Big Dev. Oh, I already did him. Jared. He says 2 giant turkey legs from medieval times, attached at the ends by a light chain.
Nice.
I'm nunchucking the shit out of people.
I like how everyone's bringing that. Oh shit! What was that game that you could combine two things together that didn't go together?
It was a zombie game. I don't know what it was called.
Dead Island.
Dead something.
Anyway, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That's all.
Dead End. That's what we got.
Nice.
Nice. Hanno, he says, I'm going with durian. A spiked 3 to 5 pound ball of stank.
Wow, that's another one. You just go for the palm strike to the nose.
Palm strike nose, it's over.
Yeah, I mean the palm strike to the nose is going to hurt like hell anyway.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But you're also cramming something really rotten up their nose.
Also that. Either way, it's amazing.
Right.
Let's see here. Valerie, she says rutabagas or turnips.
Would she play Mario too?
Maybe.
All right.
Speaking of root vegetables, Philip, he says uncooked potatoes.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, our pal Dev.
I'm assuming he's just firing them at people like fastballs.
Like out of a potato gun.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Yes.
Yeah,
I was thinking by arm, but yours is way better.
Like he yells breach and clear and someone lights a hairspray on fire.
Yes. Hot potato.
But Dev also took it upon himself to share dispose of everybody.
Yes, he did. Thanks, Dev.
So Clint, he says fugu, aka blowfish. Depending on how you cut it, it releases a poison that kills you by freezing up your muscles and keeps you from breathing.
Again, something fun to use with the palm strike.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Tony McKay, he says, I feel like swinging around a bag of frozen peas would hurt a bit if we were wanting to do damage.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we want.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus, it has the nice healing coolness if you want to get a bruise, or if you get a bruise. But I'm going on pure aesthetics. Mashed potatoes make a nice mess.
That's fair. They do. Mm-hmm.
See here. Ryan, he says pineapples.
Like out of a potato gun kind of thing? No.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine that?
Sticking out of it.
Fuck.
That would fuck somebody's life up.
Yeah, it would. Oof. You could, as long as the integrity of the pineapple holds, you could probably just keep using the same one. I mean, it'll be pretty bloody, but whatever.
Excuse me. And then Chuck, he says sriracha. Can't go out there.
No.
Good luck poisoning me, bitch.
Yeah. I'm disappointed nobody used anything that could be used like Fuji dust, but what can you do?
Yeah, right.
Like salt. I mean, I guess that's what it would be.
Last but not least, Chad Milray says, gotta go with chocolate pudding and gummy worms. I don't know about all that.
So apparently, pudding is the leader because it had
weapon of choice.
Yeah. And I'm still confused about it.
It's kind of like delicious napalm.
Right. I guess that must be what it is. That's the other thing is, he specified chocolate. You know, it's like, would you go tapioca so it feels gross? Or you know what I mean?
Pistachio because it's green.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Choices are endless, really.
True. Mm-hmm.
That's all I got on FacePage, man.
Okay. We got none on Twitter that I saw. So, as always, if you sent one in, I'm sorry. Fluffy Bunny Ash says, she said this week's Q of the W is tough. Said I can't quite decide what I'd want to use in a food fight. Like mashed potatoes are good because they're easy to grab a big handful of and throw across the room, and you get the nice splat. It's
accurate.
Yeah, and they stick too. So if they're hot, it's going to be,
Oh, geez, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's like throwing hot cheese.
That's right. My singles album.
Hot. I don't know why that struck me like that. Throwing hot cheese is the name of it, right?
Yeah, it's the opening track. Actually,
that's man. Yeah. That's gonna blow up.
Throwing hot cheese, maybe.
She says, but like, I want to fuck someone up in a food fight. I'd pick a coconut. It worked for Roddy Piper. I think my ultimate answer will have to be a good old fashioned cream pie. I've seen Dr. Strangelove and Three Stooges too many times to resist picking the slapstick classic.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair.
The coconut reference is great, too, when Piper crushed one over Jimmy Snuka's head.
Well, yeah. Just getting revenge for Jimmy Snuka crushing his wife's head. Suspect.
Allegedly. Cheeto Bandito says, a stale French baguette. He put in parentheses, remember the Corsican brothers. I don't know. I'm missing a reference probably there, right?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure he's talking about either.
Sorry, Cheeto. It says, I could bludgeon people and possibly even impale with one of those. That's true. I hadn't thought about that. Those things are, the outsides of those things can be pretty damn hard.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely cut my mouth wide open.
Yeah, you could fancy a shiv out of that.
For sure.
The old baguette shiv.
So I'm looking at the Corsican brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what we're talking about here, Cheeto.
Oh, well, he'll have to, I'm sure, when he listens, he'll have to send us.
Yeah, we for sure need a follow-up.
Right. Because I'm hoping it's something that when you tell us that we're like, oh, duh.
Like, oh, of course.
Like, that was in that show with Bill Cosby and a marker. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, Mortimer, right.
I have not been able to remember that name through the whole show.
I can't forget it.
Yeah. It's funny how that works.
It's all I can think about. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night screaming, Mortimer!
Wow.
It's in a cold sweat.
Right.
Mm.
Yell Mortimer instead of Shazam,
Oh, jeez.
Moving on.
Moving on. That's what we got, huh?
Yeah, that's it, my friend.
I like what you got. Good job.
Majestic.
Very.
So it brings us to this week's QW, Brian.
Yes.
I dug deep for this one. So it's a pretty, we might have to think hard about this one.
Okay.
It says, if you were a Care Bear,
yeah,
what would be on your stomach?
Oh, God.
Right?
Okay.
I'm not asking for a Care Bear name.
Right.
Just what's on the tum-tum.
Right. What was on the tum-tum?
What's on the tum-tum.
Do you have your answer?
I think mine's going to be like a bed.
Because that's all you're thinking about right now?
Yeah, so
Nice.
tired.
Oh.
A bed of like clouds around it, and at the foot of the bed,
Uh-huh.
it's clouds that signify it's outside. It's not smoke, it's clouds.
Right,
so
of
that's
course.
going to sound. Because
Right.
at the foot of bed, it's for sure need a grill.
Yeah. That's a
So,
good place for a grill. Yeah.
It worked out well for Brad Delp.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe I'm probably the worst Care Bear ever.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be really trite with mine, and mine's going to be a bottle of bourbon. So,
Bourbon Bear rolls off the tongue so much better than Asphyxiation Bear.
right. Wow. And well, bourbon barrel aged Brian. So,
Oh, it's true. That's true.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that because I can't think of anything else, honestly, right now.
All right, fair enough.
'Cause I feel half brain dead, so.
Dude,
Oh, and I know, you're struggling to stay awake. Yeah.
Dude, it's only 11 o'clock and I'm like dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it's like, Tony, go seepies.
Yeah, I'm like all my little inner dudes that are running my body are like furiously flipping switches on.
Right.
All the switches are flipping off around them.
Right.
Keep them up.
Yeah, it's like a ship sinking and they're just trying to plug holes basically.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the Q the W for this week.
So,
Show me what you got.
boom.
Boom. All right. Thanks to everybody who answered this week. Thanks to Dev for giving us the shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys want in the future, feel free to share the Q2W on Facebook. Maybe we'll get a few more answers from some schmucks we don't even know.
Right.
Speaking of Q2Ws, if you don't like these nonsensical ones we've been doing lately, feel free to submit a Q2W.
Yes.
We will definitely use it within reason.
Yeah. Yeah, there may be some that we nix, but otherwise, yeah.
Exactly. Like, Q2W, what's your, most least liked race? Be like, well...
Yeah. Mine would be anything NASCAR.
Mr. President, we're not answering this one. You say NASCAR?
Yeah.
A nice workaround.
You gotta, yeah.
Yeah, speaking, that was a nice juke.
Yeah. Once in a while I got gold.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gold, Jerry. Yeah. So I guess, as usual, we will say, hey, head over to saltylanguage.com. Check out all the things that are there, like past episodes. If you haven't listened to them, the enthusiasts that we've recorded, if you haven't listened to those, there's, all sorts of good fun there.
Mm-hmm.
All our social media links are there. You can see the networks we're part of, like the Tangent Bound Network. We're on the Geek Life Radio podcast list. And...
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment.
Nice.
If you're gonna be shopping on Amazon, please swing by our website first. Click the Amazon banner, or scroll all the way to the bottom and click on the Amazon banner.
Oh, and if for some reason you can't find the Amazon banner, turn off your ad blockers for our webpage and then reload the page and booyah!
Yeah.
They'll be there because, we're not taking information.
Nope.
Man. We're not going to hit you with pop-up ads.
Mm-mm.
Just pop-up dicks. What?
On the website?
Yeah.
My.
It's an Easter egg. It's the worst Easter egg ever. Like, Mommy, I was expecting a peanut butter cup, and I have this dog toy.
Yep. Terrible. Yeah. So, or if you'd like to help us out, we'd appreciate it. Like Tony said a few minutes ago, share our post on the Facebooks or Twitter or whatever, whatever social medias you're using. If you want to, take our post and share it, we much appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. The more eyeballs on our show, the better off we feel.
Sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And, man, I'm just seriously brain dead tonight. What am I forgetting? I mean, I know we have social media links to give. Let's just do that. You can reach the show on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can find me at Monotony or Salty Language Pod on Snappers. I'm
Ninjitsu.
And Salty Language, Salty_language on, I can't even talk, dude. Salty_language on, I already did Snapchat. Yeah. Fuck me.
On Instagram.
I'm shut, dude. I'm dying.
Dude, it's cool. I'll clean it up in post.
No, you won't.
That's the joke.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is a problem with trying to podcast at night when I work by myself today.
Yeah. Yep.
Woo! Death becomes him.
Right. Yeah, again, all the social media links are over on our website, so you can
We're
find
on Instagram. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yep. You were close.
Yeah. Oh, my God. No, I wasn't.
At least you got a social media thing.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, at least you weren't like, we're on, I don't know.
Like, that'd be me going like, yeah, we're on the internet. You'd be like, that's close, dude.
Yeah,
you almost got it.
Pretty close. You were right there.
You're like, you know, like it was the high diving competition, you hit the concrete.
But it was right on the edge.
It was so close.
3 more inches and it's all water, you know?
I would attempt to triple Lindy when you're asleep.
Right. Especially when you land spread eagle on the concrete.
Oh, boy.
On the corner. Oof.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. I totally.
Testicles everywhere.
Ooh, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Because I keep a pocket full of them.
Right.
They're not mine.
Well, they are, but.
Well, I mean, they are. But I'm not the original owner.
Right.
Aftermarket testicles.
They're a little used. It's fine. Yeah.
Whatever. They'll smell the same.
There's no way that's true. Well, maybe the ones you have.
Well, yeah.
In your pocket.
You know,
okay.
I spritz them with Cologna.
Oh, boy, we need to go.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so until next week, when we'll be back at same bat time, same bat channel. Have a beer, you'll be fine.
Oh, man. I'm going to have a bed. Be super fine. Super fine, Brian.
I like the fact that, you know, you were slipping into the low sexy voice for that.
Yeah. Right?
Like, oh yeah, it's
go
bedtime.
Sweet love to my pillow.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass out, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna cover up with my sheet.
Drool.
Oh
hit you,
man,
that middle of the night awkward boner in your spine.
Nice.
Yeah.
From the front. Right. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell to say here. Keep your hoovesies clean.
Oh my God. You gotta have a Pokemon clip them hooves down.
Yeah, seriously.
Cutting up dicks.
Yeah, that's no bueno when you're giving hoovesies.
Yeah, no one needs that.
Right.
Oh, terrible.
You should just stop.
I was trying to make some sort of horse horror type thing.
Right.
It was going to be like horse.
Wow. Nah, I think that's too complicated for you right now.
No. I bailed out on it.
It's emergency actions only at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Like I pulled the chute on that one barely. I still hit the tree line.
Yeah, barely. All right. We will talk to everyone next week.